How do I know if I should take that test for the position of that job? How do I know if I should go on that interview? I have three three interviews this day, and then I have the other two another day. Out of those 5 interviews total, how do I know which one to pick? I've been offered a position. How do I know if I should take it or not? How do I know which classes I should take for school? How do I know if I should meet with this person, if I should meet with that person? Now, all of these questions that you ask yourself, how do you know if ... Well, it's pretty simple, quite simple. You have to prioritize what do you want out of that situation. What is your goal, or what is that need, and what is the best possible outcome for you? So you definitely have to put some thought into the outcome that you want and really think about it. You can, if it's easier to put the pros and the cons on paper, then to help you better organize your thoughts and your decision making, then that's what you would have to do. That part does take a little effort on your part, because you don't want to just hop on the flashing lights or that carrot that is dangled right in front of you. You don't want to have the shiny toy syndrome. And what a tiny toy syndrome is every opportunity that looks good, then that's what you want to try because it seems new and it's exciting. It's a big headlights all around. So you either in your mind do weigh the pros and cons and the most benefit for you, and then more importantly, does it match your morals? That's the easiest way to put it. Know where you stand within yourself. So then when situations come up, then those situations will have to measure up with those standards, and if they don't, then that's not the best decision for you. For example, like if you've been offered a 28 an hour job, but you're working a 17-hour job, but the job that you currently have has flexibility because your life is busy, you're doing other things, and then you've been offered a 28-hour job, right? And it's not flexible. You have to work 12 hours on the weekends, or something that's very strict and rigorous. You have to ask yourself, would that benefit you? And say if you do leave that 17, 18 an hour job, your position for the 28, how long are you going to stay at that other job? That'll be key questions and key components that you ask yourself. What's the measurement that you have for yourself, and that matches your lifestyle? Now, if you're willing to change your lifestyle, then you can jump right on in. You can say, oh, I'm not really doing much anyway. And this will fill my days or fill my weeks, and then Plus, I'll make, you know, money like five plus dollars more than what I was, making. Then go for that. But don't jump ship without the thought, without thinking. Don't just look at, oh, it's a 28 an hour job. Okay, so then I'm gonna just go here. Meanwhile, you still need your flexibilities. You still need the days that you're flexible. Or you're thinking, oh, I can just, wait it out. I can just stay for a short amount of time, and then I could just wait it out, right? There's so many different components to consider before you jump in ship. Now, you can stay at that job, that currently job, make the 17, boom. Or you have to leave that current job and go to the 28 an hour job. You get more money in hours, right? But that question mark, that X, the unknown, you don't know what it entails. You don't know if the surroundings, all of these unknown factors. So you have a lot of unknown factors that you might want to consider. And if you're comfortable with the unknowns, then I'll say go for it. Or C, if you need more money, right? You feel like you need another job or whatever, you're not making enough, get you another job like your first one that is flexible. Or you would have more control. You can have more control of it. You can say, I can only work these days and I can only do these times. And then you can set that standard for these other jobs, wherever you look. And if they're able to comply with those, right? Then that's the job. Then there you have two jobs. You can flip. You can work around those jobs. You can work less on that second job, or you can work just as much as your first job. I would say that's the best key. Don't just hop in situations. Now, for example, playing on the same thing. If you're playing on a team, right, and then you wanted to hop on, see what team that you like more or whatever, there's some things that you have to consider. And same thing with whatever decision that you make, that's how you would go down your list. Just make sure that your values, they measure up. Just make sure the opportunities that is presented to you match your values, and you would be just fine. Now, if your values are not strong, and if your values are flip-floppy, then you have to start with square one. You have to make sure your anchor is strong, or else you're gonna be just like the wind, going to and fro, and you wondering why it's chaos in your life, or your situations is chaos, because you don't have nothing to stand on. And you have to be comfortable and confident and bold on your square, on your standard. Don't just look at, and your compass, your moral compass, don't just look at on the outside. And that's what a lot of people, especially in 2025, and this is nothing new. And I might talk about more in detail your compass. I might get in more in depth of that, but the main point of this video is making sure that before you take the opportunity, before you hop on an opportunity or a situation, make sure that that the situation or the opportunity aligns with you. And when you do that, everything will be just fine. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell button on more topics like these.